Hello everybody, SirMonkeySuit here, back again with Tokyo Ghoul Season 2. We're on episode 7 now. So, in the last couple episodes, we had sort of the aftermath from that, well, it wasn't really aftermath, it was still going on, the whole attack on Cochlea, the sort of ghoul prison thing that they've got going on. And Kaneki has a sort of has this Kakuja thing going on, which seemingly is something that you get by ghouls cannibalizing, and he can't really control it. So it is very much interesting to see where that'll go. I imagine eventually we'll get control of it. I think that's kind of what's gonna happen. But they keep mentioning like different stuff. Like there was some mention of like a Kakuho at some point. What the fuck that is? You know what I mean? Because they have this like these Kaganes obviously, and then Kakuja is like a sort of offshoot, I guess, and then Kakuho, I don't know what that is. It could be, I guess, another offshoot, I guess, or is it maybe it's like a more plural term for anything regarding Kagane and Kakuja and anything like that. It could be just something like that. What else? We had, well, specifically last episode, we had a lot of sort of backstory revolving around Suzuya, the sort of the human that was actually raised by ghouls, but like in a fighting pits kind of style thing. So he's very fucked up mentally, and that's the reason why he is the way that he is, and whatnot. And him and Shinohara kind of have a Shinohara has sort of like apparently bond with him. So yeah, be interesting to see what would happen if Shinohara actually was to die and how Suzuya would react. We also have Amon and Akira, that whole thing. They seem to be sort of getting along quite well. Some things about Akira was revealed with her drunken state and whatnot and stuff like that. So yes, so I guess we're going to go and find out exactly how Kaneki's going to overcome this sort of Kakuja that's like taken over everything about him and lose control, and see what that happens. Alright, yeah, with it being so fucking hot here, you'll probably be able to hear the fan in the background, so I apologize if like that's annoying or whatnot. Hopefully, like if like you're watching this with your own footage, the footage should kind of drown out that, so hopefully it should anyway, because obviously with Tokyo Ghoul, you know the score. I can't show the footage or have any real sound in it because they are prone to copyright strikes, which is which sucks, but you know, so that's the reason why. So instead, we're just doing timer based. It's full length, these things. So you know, if you have your own footage, you can play it along with me. I'm gonna count down from 3 to 1, say play, and then yeah, press play when I say play, and you can play along with me. All right. So Tokyo Ghoul Season 2, Episode 7. In 3, 2, 1, play. What was it? Who was he just eating there? What was happening there? Or was he just turning, I guess? Oh, this is alright. This is just background stuff. I get it. I was confused there for a second. So he's sort of being tormented by it as well. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Look who it is. Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyoma? Oh, fucking hell, what is it? Can't remember. All he cares about, innit, is fucking... Flower? Oh, it's right, alright. Surely Hinami will be able to tell if she's a ghoul, right? By the way, because they smell different, don't they? I don't know why that what like. Just playing both sides. I wonder what a game is. He still has it. Come on, man. I wish we'd get away from like all this fucking weird shit. Oh god, she's in the fucking CCG now. Just played every side. Because she's famous, she gets special preferential treatment. I was just flicking our bloody pen around. Is she? What is she doing? What is that game? Kaneki? Oh my god, he's here! So she knows who Kaneki is? I didn't think that she would, because she joined Leia, right? Where are you going? Oh, going to get Toka, alright. That makes sense. I feel like he's not going to be there by the time she gets back there. Luckily, she knew exactly where she was. I thought so. I thought she was, before when she snuck into our room and stuff, that, Hanami was thinking that Toka was, maybe in love with Kaneki. Ah, she missed him. And luckily she knows which way is good. Oh, he looks so bitchin' with the white hair. Very, very quiet. But he won't, though. He was thinking about it, I guess. But he's... But you can't save them from himself, though, right? That's why he joined Ogiri to become stronger, so he could protect them. He's gonna get a slap. Or a punch. So that's it, just left. So Hanami did actually manage to do something then. Even though Takatsuki said that she couldn't. Shit. What is the rumor then that Takatsuki told these lot? Is that a rumor then, I guess? He is. He is. He is. He's the one-eyed owl. I know he is. He's playing it up. At some point, I know he is. They never stick. They never stick around long, do they? They just come into restaurants, like order something, and then they're gone in a minute. Alright, I'll watch the ending because they change it up. The ending's so much better than the opening. Okay, episode 7. Well, first things first. Do the CCG actually know the whole ghouls and coffee thing? The ghouls are fine with coffee, but like nothing else. Look how dark it is. I don't think it's ever been this dark for a video since my first 2 videos of reacting. Like My Hero 1 and 2. Episode 1 and 2. Because I remember doing those, that it was like, it was roughly this time, I think. At night. It's very dark. But yeah, do the CCG know about ghouls and coffee and stuff? Do they know that? Because it seemed like Shinohara at the end was like, a bit, you know what I mean? Nice coffee, by the way. Like, does he know? He seems very peculiar and very like sort of suspicious as well, so like of Antique. I mean, we don't know exactly what Takatsuki was saying to him regarding the rumor of Antique, so it could, you know what I mean? The rumor could have been, oh yeah, apparently they're ghouls, you know what I mean? I just don't know what Takatsuki's like, what her ghoul is, because she's playing like every side. She's obviously the girl with the bandages and whatnot, and looks like a bloody, like, I don't know, jester kind of thing going on. I'm pretty sure she's that ghoul. I don't think we've had confirmation, but I'm sure it is. And obviously she has that thing with Hanami, and then, you know what I mean, so that's the connection to Antique, so that's the other side. And then you've got the CCG thing, which she's playing as well. It's like, I don't know what game she's playing, and I don't know if she's playing it for her own selfish reasons, or she's doing it for Aigiri Tree. I don't know. It was the first time I've seen Suzy as sort of like a bit taken aback. Like, she's like, he was very almost scared and standoffish of Takatsuki, like, you know what I mean? Because he like the first time when at the CCG, when Takatsuki went up and said, "Oh, what are all these like stitches things?" He immediately like backed up and around Shinohara and stuff, and he never acknowledged her once. So he's very, I've never seen him like that before, and I wonder why. Why does he feel that way to her? I wonder if it's got something to do with the fact that Takatsuki sort of gives off the same sort of air as him, like a bit mentally loopy, you know what I mean? And I wonder if he can pick up on that, possibly. I don't know. Anyway, finally, I got the boss's name. It's Yoshimura. I'm sure they've said it before because I do recall remembering it, but hearing it. Sorry, but I never wrote it down, so I've got it now. Oh yeah, back to the CCG visiting Antique. Shinohara saying, "Have we met before?" I'm positive. A few episodes back, I said, you know what I mean. It seems weird that Yoshimura himself, like, would pop up in like a couple of scenes, like when they were talking about the one-eyed owl and whatnot and like all of that. So I think my thoughts back then were there were two. There was the original one, and then there was the second one that is Yoshimura trying to sort of spin things from within to make it so that everybody's safe, like the humans and whatnot as well. Because I figured when that fight was going down in the one-eyed owl, like in episode 1, when the one-eyed owl was fighting off against Shinohara and that other guy, and they had that sort of like weird Kakaja type armor stuff they were wearing, the one-eyed owl actually saved them at that point. So it's either that, you know, Yoshimura is taking up this, like, he's sort of acting as the one-eyed owl to try and save lives, or or he has always been the one-eyed owl and he's just changed his attitude over time. Like he has changed his mind. He has a different ideology now. Before, he probably didn't care about hurting people, but obviously as he's grown, he's probably thought differently. So maybe that could be it. And he's just living two separate lives. One of the two, anyway. Hanami, I was thinking at the beginning when she walked into Toka's room and whatnot, put the coat over her, that she feels like Toka is in love. I was thinking at first, because there was that whole thing with Nishio being there, right? Nishio's at that university and stuff, and I was wondering if it was because it was like, oh, it's like Route A. It almost works like a visual novel kind of thing, where you have the different routes and whatnot. And they normally call them like Route A and Route B and whatever, because you go down a different route. That I figured like Toka and Nishio are maybe going to get like sort of along this route, like that relationship. I was wondering if that's who they were talking about, but no, it turns out it's Toka still has this connection to Kaneki, because Kaneki went to that university as well, right? So yeah, it makes sense now. It's good that I actually got up, like that confusion was actually resolved, and I know exactly what it's about now. And Kaneki is being like tormented by the ghouls that he's essentially ate. I guess Yumori, he didn't really eat Rize, but Rize is always there anyway because of ghoul transplant and stuff. So it's, I don't know, it's a form of ingestion, I guess, sort of. Like, so maybe maybe that's the same sort of thing. Like, you know, it's not specifically, it doesn't have to be specifically like ingesting like another ghoul to add to this Kakaja kind of thing. Like, just buy a transplant and doing it artificially could be sort of the same thing. My question is, what if a human ate a ghoul? Would that do anything? I don't know. Just an interesting question I have. You know, so feel free to talk about that in the comments. And see what and, you know, I'll be interested to see what like people think, like what would happen if that was the case, because obviously with Tokyo Ghoul, it's like a different sort of style of, it's like definitely it's set in our world, but it's sort of like there's different rules at play with obviously this ghoul thing happening, and obviously the fact that they have this weird Kagane type of like thing, physical manifestation of something that comes out, and the fact that, you know, apparently if you just eat another ghoul to like becomes a, I don't know, so there's different rules. So I'm just wondering what would happen if a human actually ate a ghoul, what would happen. But yeah, that's all I've got. So that is it for episode 7. We're going to move on to episode 8 now, so thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.